Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is my January payday routine slash how I budget my 41k salary in London. If you're not new to this channel, you may have already seen my how I budget my 40k salary in London. That video is more of a hypothetical, how I came up with these numbers, and then this is what I actually do every single payday when I get paid. I thought this would be an interesting month to share because I have had a small pay rise since I last made that video, and there's a few other things that have affected my budget. So I'm just gonna load up my spreadsheet and let's jump right in. So this is my spreadsheet to the end of January. As I said in my last video, I normally highlight once things have occurred. So for January, all of these things have occurred. But what I will do is just copy and paste this and bring it down into February. So we'll create a new month here, February. Obviously, none of this should be highlighted because none of it's happened yet. So yeah, going back to January, all of my bills have come out. I'm literally just about to get paid, and this is where I normally change things every month. So the reason my salary has increased is not because I have qualified, although I did just pass my final accountancy exam, which is super exciting, but the salary increase that I got wasn't to do with that because I still need to get my work experience signed off. I just got a small annual salary increase, and I don't know exactly how much it's going to work out to take home pay because they're actually backdating this pay in January to October. So I estimated it was going to be about an extra £50 a month take home, and obviously backdating that to October would be a £200 increase. And then in addition to that, every time I pass an exam, I get a little £100 bonus from work, but once that's been taxed, it works out at about 50 or 60 quid. So I was estimating that I'd get about an extra £250 this month, and I was almost exactly right. So from my pay slip, I'm going to be taking home 2490 this month. It won't be as high next month obviously because I won't have the back dates or the bonus from the exam, but it would still be higher than my previous budget by about £50. So how am I going to divvy up the extra money? So this is my goal, to add £100 to my sinking funds every month and my emergency fund. So I'm focusing on my emergency fund first. Last month I did put £100 in, but I had to dip into it, get some taxis to and from a hospital for nothing serious, but it means that my emergency fund was down from 100 to 64. So I'm actually going to top that back up, catch myself back up, and put in 136 so that we're at £200 for the 2 months. So we're still on track. My ISA, I'm only allowed to put in £200 a month, so that's fine. My house savings, I probably will still only put in £400 a month because scrolling down into February, £250 is really low for me to put on my Monzo for spending money. I would normally put on around 500. It was okay last month because I was basically paying off some Christmas presents, and then I got gifted some money for Christmas, so it kind of all worked out. But ideally, I like to have £500 in there. And then back to savings and debt. I did actually charge something to my credit card this month, so that needs to be paid off too. So put in a line for the credit card, and that will be £49. And then if we scroll down, we can kind of see that before I get paid again in February, I should have about £200 excess. Basically, because of all of the kind of bonuses from my exams and the fact that that was my final exam, I do want to treat myself and kind of mark the occasion this month. So rather than just putting the £200 into my savings, considering I'm still hitting my goals and paying off my credit card in full and topping up my emergency fund, I'm going to take this £200 as fun money. I really want to buy myself a NutriBullet, which is about £100. So I'll probably put that onto my Monzo to buy the NutriBullet. So as you may already know, we are expecting our first child in March, and one of the little splurges I wanted to make was this Arty Poppy baby carrier, which is going to be 200 and something pounds. So I think I will put £100 towards that, and then we'll go halves with Nick. So I'll probably whack that on my Monzo as well. And yeah, that will bring us down to February, and I do estimate that February will be about £50 more. So I guess we can go ahead and put that estimation in there. However, that will be my final full paycheck before I take maternity. So literally every month my salary is going to vary so much now because for the first 6 weeks of maternity, I'm going to be on 90% pay. and that starts mid-March, so I'll have half the month on full pay, half the month on 90%, and then all of April will be on 90%, and then after that I'll go down to statutory, which will be around £700. When I do go down to statutory, I will not be contributing the normal £900 for my rent and bills. I will probably just put £500 on my Monzo and leave the other £200 to cover my personal bills, and maybe keep trying to save my emergency fund. With this £400 that I'm putting into the house savings this month, I have enough of a buffer to keep topping up my ISA every £200 throughout my maternity leave, so that's great. I've spoken about this in previous videos, but my partner and I discussed it, and I said that if he wanted to go 50-50 on expenses for the baby, he would have to give me 2 years to qualify as an accountant and get the big pay rise, and he said he didn't want to wait and that he would rather incur some of the extra costs. So yeah, feminism is all about the choice, ladies. Don't feel bad that your partner has to support you during your maternity leave. You're literally bringing a new life into the world. So yeah, that's just how we're planning to do it. But then on top of the £700, I may do a couple of like keeping in touch days during my maternity, which will be paid at like one daily rate. So maybe it'll top up slightly, I don't know. I will probably do a payday routine maybe every month, because I feel like my salary will vary so greatly. I can show you how I break it down. So yeah, as soon as my salary comes in, this is how I will ship out all the money. I'll basically take everything out excluding these 4 bills that come from my main current account. Everything else will be divvied up into their respective accounts. So yeah, it does feel very generous to be giving myself £700 on my Monzo when I normally do 500. But I have worked really hard, and I think I want to mark the occasion with a new blender. Also, in previous months when I've been giving myself 500, I've had quite a lot of side hustle money coming in. Like in January or December, I got an extra £200 for some filming I did. I've been getting a lot of Monzo referrals throughout January, so I've been getting £10 every time someone uses my link to join, and they've been getting £10 too, although I think it's gone back down to £5 now. But I don't have much planned for February. I think I'm going to be full on like baby mode, training my cover at work. So I think it's better to be safe than sorry. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please click like and subscribe. One of my big goals for this year is to hopefully monetize this YouTube channel, and I'll obviously share my journey with that along the way. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.